Most people don't remember the exact day they bought their car, but they remember the payments they made for years afterward. In the United States, buying a car is often treated as a moment of excitement rather than a long-term financial decision. Dealership lights, shiny paint, test drives, and friendly salespeople create an illusion that the biggest decision is choosing between models. But the truth is much simpler and much harsher. The real decision begins after you leave the dealership. That's when ownership costs start quietly shaping your monthly life. Today, we're taking an honest, numbers-only look at one of the most common car debates in America: Toyota Corolla versus Honda Civic. These are two cars that millions of Americans trust every single day. They're parked in driveways, apartment lots, and office garages across the country. People assume they cost roughly the same to own. They don't. In over 5 years, that difference becomes large enough to change how you should think about buying a car. At the surface level, both cars seem interchangeable. They are compact sedans. They are fuel efficient. They are reliable. They're not luxury vehicles. The financial reality lives below the surface. It lives in the details most buyers never calculate, and those details slowly compound over time. Everything begins with the purchase price. In most U.S. markets, a Toyota Corolla enters the picture with a lower starting cost. Depending on trim and region, the average new Corolla sells for around $23,500. The Honda Civic usually costs more, averaging closer to $25,000. Some buyers dismiss this difference immediately. They tell themselves that $1,000 or $1,500 is not worth stressing over. But money doesn't disappear just because it feels small. That difference becomes the foundation upon which every future cost is built. Once you add sales tax, the gap widens. In many states, sales tax alone ranges from 6 to 10%. That means Corolla buyers often pay around $1,800 in tax and registration, while Civic buyers commonly cross the $2,000 mark. This is money that provides zero return. It doesn't improve reliability, fuel efficiency, or safety. It simply exists because the initial price was higher. Financing makes this difference even more expensive. Most buyers do not pay cash. They finance. A higher purchase price means a higher loan amount. Even at similar interest rates, Civic buyers usually end up paying several $100s more in interest over the loan period. Dealers often distract buyers by focusing on monthly payments rather than total costs. Stretching a loan from 60 months to 72 months may lower the payment slightly, but it increases total interest. Over time, Civic buyers pay more simply for borrowing more. Insurance is one of the most underestimated expenses in car ownership. It doesn't feel optional. It doesn't feel negotiable. It just shows up every month. Insurance companies use massive databases filled with accident reports, repair bills, and claim histories. According to these databases, the Toyota Corolla consistently ranks as one of the cheapest cars to insure in America. On average, full coverage insurance for a Corolla costs about $1,400 per year. The Honda Civic, while still affordable compared to SUVs or luxury cars, costs more to insure. Average annual premiums are closer to $1,600. This difference exists because Civics are involved in more claims, cost more to repair, and are statistically driven more aggressively. Over 5 years, Corolla owners typically spend around $7,000 on insurance. Civic owners spend closer to $8,000. That extra $1,000 does not feel dramatic in any single month, but it quietly erodes savings year after year. Fuel costs follow a similar pattern. Both cars are fuel efficient, but efficiency is not equal. The Corolla averages around 35 miles per gallon combined, while the Civic averages closer to 33. The average American drives roughly 12,000 miles per year. Over 5 years, that difference adds hundreds of dollars in fuel expenses, especially during periods of high gas prices. Fuel prices rise without warning. When they do, the less efficient car always hurts more. Maintenance is where ownership truly becomes personal. Oil changes, filters, brake pads, tires, fluid, flushies. These are not optional expenses. They are the price of keeping a car alive. Over 5 years, the average Corolla owner spends about $4,000 on routine maintenance. Civic owners usually spend closer to $4,500. This difference doesn't come from neglect. It comes from parts pricing, labor times, and wear patterns. Reliability data shows that Corollas tend to experience fewer issues after the 3rd year of ownership. Civics remain reliable, but they develop more minor problems as mileage increases. Sensors, electronics, suspension components, and transmission-related services appear more frequently. These repairs are rarely catastrophic, but they are disruptive and expensive. Over 5 years, unexpected repairs on a Corolla usually remain under $800. For Civics, that figure often crosses $1,100. Stress is a cost too. Missed work days, unexpected shop visits, rental cars, phone calls. These costs don't appear on invoices, but owners feel them. A car that simply works reduces anxiety. Over time, reliability becomes a form of financial stability. Depreciation is the largest invisible expense in car ownership. It's money you lose without writing a check. The Corolla holds its value extremely well. After 5 years, it typically retains around 60% of its original value. The Civic also performs well compared to most vehicles, but not as strongly. After 5 years, Civics usually retain around 55%. That difference results in nearly $80 and $100 more lost on the Civic. Depreciation affects everything. Trade-ins, refinancing, insurance payouts after accidents. A car that depreciates faster punishes you in every scenario. Corolla owners benefit from strong demand and long ownership cycles. Civic owners face more competition in the used market, especially for modified or heavily driven vehicles. When all costs are combined purchase price, taxes, financing, insurance, fuel, maintenance, repairs, and depreciation, the difference becomes impossible to ignore. Over 5 years, Corolla ownership averages around $53,000. Civic ownership pushes closer to $58,000. That $5,000 gap represents real sacrifices. It represents money that could have gone towards savings, travel, or emergencies. Monthly, this gap becomes even clearer. Corolla ownership averages around $880 per month. Civic ownership approaches $970. That extra amount doesn't feel painful in one moment. It hurts slowly, consistently, and quietly. For first-time buyers, this difference matters the most. New buyers often have limited financial cushions. Lower insurance and repair costs reduce risk. For families, predictable ownership expenses matter more than driving excitement. For commuters and gig economy drivers, every dollar saved increases profit. Over thousands of miles, the Corolla protects income more effectively. The Civic has appeal that offers a sportier driving feel and emotional satisfaction. Some buyers are willing to pay more for that experience. But financially, emotion always carries a price. Over time, that price compounds. This comparison reveals a broader truth about car ownership in America. The most expensive part of owning a car is not the part you sign for. It's the part you live with. Smart buyers don't focus on horsepower or screen size. They focus on total cost of ownership. At the end of 5 years, both cars will still drive, but one will leave you with more savings, fewer regrets, and less financial stress. The Toyota Corolla doesn't demand attention. It quietly rewards discipline. And in the real world, discipline almost always wins. If you want honest, car comparisons without hype, this channel exists for that reason. Because the cost you don't calculate is always the one that costs you the most.